Hi, this is the love wench, Lady Di.
And I'm Terrence the Hair Howard, producer of The Love Doctors.
Welcome to the worst of the Love Doctors, number 2.
Oh, yeah, it's number 2, all right.
Easy, little stiffy. Let's consider this a sentimental journey down the boulevard of broken dreams that is the lunch hour.
No, let's consider it another shameless attempt at commercialism and profiteering at the expense of the listeners just to benefit Dr. Rich's own financial gain.
Whatever.
On the night of August 24th, 1993, at about 9:30 p.m., Dr. Glenn was in the ZZR van headed to a station promotion in West Palm Beach. He was traveling southbound on I-95 when he realized he had some engine trouble, so he pulled over to the side of the road. He picked up the cellular phone and called the radio station. And it was at that point he noticed there was a glowing light coming out from underneath the van. The phone went dead, the engine compartment burst into flames, and Dr. Glenn needed to change his pants. And the rest is history.
Did it explode?
No, it didn't explode.
It didn't explode?
No, unfortunately, because then we really would have trashed it. And
that would have been really cool.
Yeah, but no. Yeah. I mean, it was a huge fireball on the side of the road. It was funny because people were pulling over, didn't know it was a ZZR van, and as soon as
That's because all the paint had melted at that point. And,
as soon as they found out it was me, this thing is up in a ball of fire, and I'm signing autographs on the side of I-95. This guy says to me, "My friends are never going to believe this. You got to sign this autograph. I got to have some proof. They're never going to believe this."
I want to know the contents of the van. What was in there? I mean, exactly.
Okay.
How many T-shirts did you have?
Well, all the prizes for Cruzan went up in flames in the front of the van.
Okay, so you'll just write a check to the front office for $60.
No, wait a minute. I'm not paying for that stuff. What are you talking
You're responsible
about?
for it.
No, I'm not responsible for it. This company is responsible for the upkeep of that van, not me, all right? They want to send me out in that death trap on 4 wheels. That's their business, not mine. I mean, I'm not going to pay for that. Get real. It just went, the transmission just went on me, and the next thing I know, there's a fire in the engine compartment. I'm on the phone calling 911 while there's flames under the hood. I'm just praying this thing doesn't blow up with me on the phone.
I called Glenn yesterday afternoon after he got off the air about 2:30, and he said with the kind of day he had that he couldn't wait to get off the air and burn a big one.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say that to this guy.
That was a pretty good size van he did, I'll tell you.
No.
Hi, ZZR's Lunch Hour.
Hey, this is Ozzy's cousin.
Uh-huh.
We would like to take responsibility for the terrorism act. Very sorry, Dr. Glenn. It was supposed to have been Dr. Rich's car.
Good morning, Love Doctors. This is the Martin County Fire Marshal calling.
Sir, it wasn't my fault, all right?
Well,
that little bonfire was not my fault, okay?
Glenn, your story does check out. I have the report sitting in front of me here.
Do you think we're going to have trouble with the insurance company? I mean, we put it down as a $40,000 van. I mean, do you think we're stretching it there?
Yeah, I would say so.
I mean,
Somewhere along the fax lines, I think the value decreased. That's not what's showing on the report.
is that right? Wow.
Well, Denny says in the investigation, if you find that big box of rubbers, he wants them back.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, boy.
Hey, Glenn, do you know how to check transmission fluid?
As a matter of fact, that fluid was checked.
Oh, sure.
Yesterday, before we left, that fluid was checked.
Well, it just amazes me for, the want of $6 worth of gas. You had to use an old beat-up van that we all knew was on its last legs, and put your own life at risk and the lives of other drivers on the interstate.
Oh, now you're really stretching it.
You could have killed any number of people. So let's just look at it this way. Had you been driving along and it burst into flames, you would have lost control, gone across the median, and killed probably a busload of handicapped kids or something like that. That could have happened. I mean, look at what you could have done just to save a lousy $6 out of your own wallet.
You have really...
What the hell is wrong with you? What kind of person would do that? What kind of person would put the lives of others at risk just to save a lousy $6?
I can't believe the way you're turning this around.
Open up your wallet and see if moths fly out.
Give me a break.
I've got to look.
Give me a break.
See this.
Well, why don't you ask this company to open up their wallet and fix the damn thing?
Well, it can't be fixed now. You've pretty much taken care of that. A perfectly good antique classic automobile.
Classic.
Well,
That thing was a beater. What are you talking about? You know, the only one in the building who was sad to hear of the demise of the van was Lady Di.
Well-
everyone else was going, yes,
Well-
yes, and Di goes, it burned down.
Well-
I took care of that thing.
Well,
I
not-
put new tires on it.
yeah, just this week. That's the funny part. Well, she's not the only one upset. Denny James is very upset because he's had some very, very special moments in that van. We can't, I don't want to go into it.
Man, Glenn, did you feel a little bit like Dave Koresh on wheels?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, this is a short message, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, today's goes to Dr. Glenn.
Mm-hmm.
If you go there, bring a fire extinguisher.
Okay.
There was no fire extinguisher in the back of that van. You know, actually, though, I opened
Oh,
up
so what are you going to do? Report that to OSHA now and try to get us in trouble? or
I opened up
something?
the
Yeah.
rear doors thinking that there may have been a fire
Yeah,
extinguisher.
you want to give a fire a lot of oxygen. That's a good idea.
So I opened the rear doors. I'm looking for the fire extinguisher, and I realize I'm standing at the back of a burning van with a gas tank right at knee level. You schmuck, get the hell out of there. You know? So I ran like hell.
Oh, just to save $6, huh?
You know, here I am. I had a trying moment last night, and you're insulting me already here this
Well,
morning.
I got to tell you what happened last night. I was watching the tape of the Braves, right? And J.R. Reed calls. He was on the air. He says, "You're not going to believe this." I said, "Yeah." He says, "Glenn just called. The station van is engulfed in flames." My first question was, "You're sure it's engulfed? It is destroyed. It can't be repaired." I mean,
Well, unfortunately,
and somewhere toward the end of the conversation, I did ask if you were okay. I want you to know that.
Right at the end.
Yeah.
well, unfortunately.
Well, actually, I had to call him back. I thought about it later. I wonder if Glenn's okay. Okay, that's not exactly how it happened. I told my wife the story. She brought it up. She said, "I wonder if Glenn's okay."
Well, I hate to disappoint you, but
no,
only
that's not exactly what happened.
Well, all right, what happened?
I mentioned to my wife, she was walking the dog. She was talking to a neighbor. The neighbor said, "Well, I wonder if Glenn's okay." So, anyway,
you know, while
actually, no, that's not exactly what happened. JR called me. I mentioned to my wife. She mentioned to a neighbor. A neighbor of mine knows your mom. And after your mom asked about the van, the T-shirts, the Coca-Cola insignia on the side, the Powerade and everything else, your mom said, "I wonder if Glenn's okay." So it's not like we don't care.
Do you know, last night as I watched that van burn, I was imagining little scenarios in my head. I pictured you in the van with your fingers desperately clawing those glass windows and your lip. Since the van, as we know, has no door handles on the interior, I pictured your fingers clawing the windows, and I could read your lips mouthing out the words, "Let me out! Help me! Help me!" And I said to myself, would you stand there, or would you open the door?
Yeah.
And I went, I just envisioned that face of yours desperately taking in that last gasp of air as your fingernails clawed scratch marks down the windshield.
Okay.
And I must admit, I felt a little tinge of satisfaction.
Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, it was all just a little
A fantasy.
A fantasy of yours. Yeah, most of your satisfaction does come in fantasies. Go ahead, sir. What?
You know,
Did it ever dawn on you that possibly there may be somebody in the back? Did you go in and look? I mean, did you try to?
there was nobody in the van,
I mean,
all
you know,
right?
when you got into the van, it was dark last night. There could have been somebody hiding out in there or sleeping or sleeping it off or whatever. You know, you never know. I mean, there could have been somebody in there. You could have, made some attempt to, show some regard for somebody else's life other than your own.
Well, there was. I remember that one time that we did take off for a promotion. Remember that girl all of a sudden you woke up in the back and she says, "What time is it? Damn it, Denny forgot to wake me up."
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
There was nobody
Now,
back
that could have
there.
happened. That could have happened.
Yes, this is the Palm Beach County Coroner's Office. We're going to need the dental records of all your employees so that we can ID the bodies.
There was nobody in the back of that van.
Yeah,
all
but
right?
we'll never know.
Only fire could disinfect the back of that thing.
Yeah, well, that's true.
We were the only passenger van that had biohazard stickers on the windows. because of what went on in the back of that van, all right?
Okay. That was
Kind of looked like a little Ford Pinto going down the road yesterday, huh?
Oh, God.
Hey, is Dr. Koresh there? Dr. Glenn, how can you live with the fact that you don't know if anybody died in the back of that van?
Exactly.
Oh, don't start laying that guilt trip crap on me. I know what was in the back of that
Where's
van.
Denny James?
Yeah, really. I haven't seen Lady Di today.
Oh, they'll show up.
Lady, I've been very close to Lady Di for years, and I'm going to miss her. I may never forgive you for what you did last night. I'm going to try. I am going to try, Doc, but there's nothing I can do to punish you. There's nothing anybody can do. You will punish yourself as the years go by. Late at night when you can't sleep, and you will, as this man just asked, you will have to ask those questions of yourself as you examine what you've done or what you haven't done. What the hell are you laughing at? People died in that van last night. Possibly dozens of CCR employees.
Oh, yeah, right. Like I'm driving all the way down to Palm Beach, and I don't know that there's a dozen people in the back of that van.
It could have been. You don't know because you didn't have the balls to look.
Oh, yeah, like there's 12 people in the back of that van. What do you take me for?
By the way, oh my God, has anybody seen Sparky, the ZZR dog?
Oh my God.
Our little mascot, the puppy.
The puppy.
The food bowl's still full.
Thanks, Doc.
That dog was not in the van, all right?
Little Sparky was in the back of the van taking a nap.
You know, I can't believe how
The least you could have done was check.
All right. You know, let's start from the beginning of this thing, all right? I'm going down to the Cruise and Liquor Stand.
I don't know if I can stand anymore.
I get a little fire in the van that turns into a big inferno.
There was a blazing inferno.
All right, and then all of a sudden it goes from me being by myself to dozens of employees in the back of the van, that little station mutt that pees on me all the time. That thing was in the back of it. No, you know how to stretch and blow something completely out of proportion.
That's the late Sparky we're talking about here. I wish he would.
No, he was sparking last night, boy.
Oh, real nice. Real nice.
There was no dog in that van. I was just joking.
But you don't know that.
What do you mean
You don't know. You didn't look.
Well, the fireman didn't say, hey, we got a dog back here.
Well, that's because by the time they got there, it was nothing left.
Oh, please. There would have been something in there. Will you stop this? As usual, you've noticed another an opening in which to drive the knife in and twist it in my body here and just abuse me and pervert this whole situation on the air for your own selfish purposes.
And those of you at the Humane Shelter who are listening, that's Dr. Glenn, Post Office Box 0093. You can register your complaint with him. And I heard what you said yesterday.
What? What did I say?
Sparky, you are nothing on this show. I thought that that little thing is 6 weeks old. Doc.
I didn't say that.
Sparky! You miss him, don't you, Terrence?
Yes. You know, you're going to be.
So do I.
You're going to be wearing this microphone in a minute. I mean, it's going to look real good sticking out of your forehead between your eyes.
Hi, lunch hour. What's on your mind?
Hey, guys, how's it going? It's me, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Glenn?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
What?
I was at Dancing in the Street Saturday, and I'm standing next to Denny James.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I believe Denny was holding Sparky at the time.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
Yeah.
cute dog.
Yeah. She was great. Go ahead.
Oh, that wasn't Sparky.
Oh no, that was something else. It was a dog. That's all I know. Go ahead.
I'm at Dancing in the Street. Noon report: 32 Guatemalans running down 95 from burning van.
I figured the van is a loss. I could have passed the whole thing up, but no, I went to Cruzan an hour late, stayed the extra hour, and collected the money
and you
that
collected,
they paid. Not for me. They paid the station.
Yeah. You were worried about the station last
That's right.
night.
I brought back that check to the station so they could have that money that Cruzan paid to have our party there last night.
You killed how many people?
There was
8 people.
nobody
There were
in that
8.
van.
I would think 8, 10 people back there.
Well, there's going to be 11 in a minute because
And
I'm ready
the
to
dog.
reach over that counter and strangle your scrawny chicken neck, Pops.
And it was.
You know, you were going to look great with that head bobbing down like a chicken with a broken neck and that tongue wagging out as you run around the building with that little old head bobbing around on your shoulders like one of those football players with the bobbing heads in the back of the window, all right?
Are you one of those morons that has a little football player in the back of his car?
No, but that's what you're going to look like if you keep this up. There were no people in the back of that van, all right?
I'm sure it's easier for you.
You act like I had a whole party on wheels going, and I left them all burning in there like I didn't even know they were there.
I'm sure it's easier for you to think about it that way, Doc. But there will come a time in the future when you have to face reality on this one.
Oh, please face reality.
You will pay the price.
Oh, Love Doctor's Officer Steve here.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Got to ask you a question, Dr. Glenn. When you were at the fire scene, did you notice all the sizzling and cracking and kind of like an oil kind of fire?
Yeah, I believe so.
Was your sales staff in the back of the van?
Oh, Glenn?
Mm-hmm.
Honey, you left the stove on this morning, and now the house is gone. You bastard!
Dr. Glenn, you got to wait?
Those of you in radio who are listening today, and I know there's at least one or two, you may want to put in some applications because we've got lots of job openings now because pretty much the entire staff was killed last night by Dr. Glenn.
No.
Lunch hour. Hey.
What kind of idiot burns a van?
Do you think the van is going to bounce back?
You damn idiot.
The Love Doctors. Guaranteed to make your sphincter pucker. 92.7 ZZR.
The lunch hour is more than just scratching and belching. Sometimes the Love Doctors even talk about serious things, like politics.
All right, now the big news in Washington, the Geezers of Rock, Fleetwood Mac, back together again.
Right.
And
Did you know?
last night they performed for Bill and
Right.
Al. Mm-hmm. All right, now what happened?
Well, Mick Fleetwood, normally, as you know, when he performs in concert, he plays with a pair of wooden balls that he hangs from his pants, which you
Right.
saw on the cover of the Rumors album, right? So I'm thinking, well, for decorum, public decency, and the fact that he's playing in front of the President of the United States, he's not going to wear the balls.
Right.
Wrong. He wore a set of silver balls that his sister gave to him in honor of the inauguration.
That's right.
But it doesn't make any difference because everyone knows Fleetwood Mac's never had any balls anyway.
Well, the thing. Well, are you going to miss Dan Quayle?
Well, you know, I'll tell you what. Jay Leno and David Letterman, I'm going to miss what they have to say about the guy.
And you take the UNCF motto that what a waste it is to lose one's mind or not to have a mind is being very wasteful. How true that is.
And now, we did not surgically alter or doctor that conversation in any way. Yeah, we may have added that sterling background music behind there that really sets the mood of the piece.
And we didn't do anything to this one either.
Millions of innocent people lost their lives because of the bigotry and Hitlerism that permeated Germany and other parts of the world. It was an obscene period in our nation's history.
I'd like to follow up on two things. One, you said it was just now about the Holocaust, it was an obscene period in our nation's history. Was that, you didn't mean to say that?
No, not our nation's, but in World War II. I mean, we all lived in this century. I didn't live in this century, but in this century's history. It is a point of history that this nation, our nation, understands. We did not have, matter of fact, we fought Hitlerism.
Well, we will miss Mr. Quayle with his getting his tours twisted, I'm sure. That's true.
And I'm honored to accept your nomination for President of the United States. Would you please be quiet and let me finish? Would you please shut up and sit down?
Politically correct. My butt. These are the Love Doctors on 92.7 ZZR.
Without question, the Love Doctor's favorite guest is our own resident psychic, Neon Leon.
He knew he was going to be on this CD. Get it?
Oh, hey, Neon.
Hey, now.
Lick me.
Welcome to the show.
Oh, man, it's going to be a long...
Hey, get used to it, Leon, all right?
Lunch hour, what's on your mind?
What about Running Bear? He's going to feel like left out.
Okay, Running Bear can lick him, all right?
Hey, listen, I got this girlfriend over here from Sweden now. She listened to your show last couple days.
Uh-huh.
She thinks we say goodbye by saying lick me.
Yeah, it's a tradition here
Which,
in the
you know,
country.
it's coincidence because in her country, that's how they say hello.
I got
Okay.
Man, book me a flight.
Yeah,
Oh.
I do got a question for Leon, though.
Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Gus, and I got a question for Leon.
Yes, Gus.
Leon, can you tell me the month and the year that I'm going to kick the bucket?
Rather morbid, Gus.
Has anybody ever asked you that before?
No.
If I know the exact time, I can skip paying my phone, telephone bill, and the cable and electric.
Well, actually, you could probably get away for 3 months, because that's probably how long it'll take to get you cut off.
Do you have a prediction for this guy? Leon has been our guest today. Do you have a good time?
You got quite a few years, guys.
Everybody wants to train my puppy now.
That's true.
Okay.
So it can lick you.
Oh, it doesn't have... That's one thing. The dog has learned rather quickly is how to lick me. All right.
Leon.
You all right there, Leon?
I think what happened was he just got a mental picture that...
Yeah, I know.
That he should not have gotten.
Mm-hmm.
You know...
Oh, Running Bear doesn't lie.
Is that
if
right?
the father of, the alleged father of the child, if he hangs his pants on the bedpost of the woman he impregnated, she will have an easy delivery.
Is that right? What if he keeps his pants on through the whole thing?
Then...
Oh, my God.
Well,
I don't want to get pregnant.
Well, there have been, times, in a hurry, you don't want to stick around, you don't want to talk, you don't want to have breakfast. Well, it's happened.
Oh, it has.
Not necessarily to me, but I'm sure it's happened to somebody.
Sure, I bet it did.
Everything
at a Waffle House.
Well, hey, did you always know that you could foretell the future?
No, I did not.
When did you find out?
When you all offered me a lot of money to do this. No.
So what do you want me to do now, Pops? I mean, tell me, What do you want? God, nothing can make that man happy.
Don't make me come across this table.
Oh, no, you couldn't climb over the top of it.
He said, never mind.
All right.
There's been a bird singing outside my window at night, and I talked to Rich about it before, and about for 3 weeks until I turned on the air and closed up the house. I can't hear it. He thought maybe it's a pileated woodpecker. It's not a...
Well, if it was a woodpecker, that's wonderful luck. A woodpecker outside a window is an omen of luck and prosperity to the home, and especially to the one who spots the woodpecker first.
Now, if it was a crow or a raven, then you're up the creek without a paddle, basically, right?
Now, aren't you sorry that you smashed his little head in the windowsill?
I wouldn't do that.
All right, what's up with this guy's love life?
How can you expect me to come up with an answer now?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, all right, sir.
It's the pressure.
Okay, what is your name again?
Brian.
Okay, Brian. And
Brian.
You asked the question, Brian.
How does my
Okay,
future...
all right. With your finances, I want to say that there's something that you want to do, like a side or a business on your own. That's going to come the later part of the fall and the beginning of the winter. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
okay.
Deal drugs, yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
well, whatever it is.
Okay, I'm wrong. I don't know.
God.
All right, so what else?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you don't have to call me that now.
Oh, in your love life.
Leon's lost control. He's snapped on the air.
Are you wearing rubber underwear today? You're awfully happy. Right?
Look at him.
He's got a handful of Jell-O in his underwear, and that's the way to start the day.
His head is as red as a beet.
That's right.
Your love life should continue to be as interesting as you know it.
His head going to explode.
Now, Leon, I noticed you're using birthdays, and I don't recall you doing that before with us. Is this some sort of new way to focus in on...
Focus?
Focus, that's right.
Okay.
Is this a new way to focus in on, like, the energy and find out what's going on?
Well, unlike you, Glenn, I take time to find new entertaining ways to present what I do on the show.
Hey, man. Do you want to be invited back?
It's pretty bad when the guests come on here.
Really? How dare him? How dare him? We're giving him business. We're giving him all kinds of free plugs, and this is the way I get treated.
Oh, yeah. My name is Debbie.
Hey, Debbie, clear your throat, would you? You got a goober in there.
Hey, guys, my husband and I both are going through some legal problems. I just want to know, Leon, what you think, what's going to happen from your, like I said, my name is Debbie.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'd like to know how you think that this is all going to turn out.
Okay, with...
They have. Do you have separate legal problems? Or?
Yeah, we both have different. Mine's a felony and his is a misdemeanor.
Okay. Okay. Yours is a felony. What kind of felony problem are we talking here, ma'am? I'm just curious, of course.
Well, they're trying to get me. I'm a nurse, and they're trying to get me for grand theft,
stealing little pills and things.
No. I didn't steal any pills. No, I don't do that kind of stuff.
Okay, but they're getting you for grand theft.
Scheming to defraud an insurance company.
Oh.
And I was kind of brought into the middle of this whole thing. It's a long story. But
Okay, so what do they have your husband on?
Well, it's a misdemeanor charge, and I'd rather not say over the phone.
Oh, one of those
Jeez,
things,
boy,
huh?
living a life of crime, these two.
I know. I mean, you know, we're in the paper and everything else.
Wow, how's it feel to be famous?
Oh, I love it.
I bet your mom's proud.
Oh, yes, she
Okay.
is. Real
All right.
proud.
Okay, so what do you see for this woman? Is she going to do some time in extremely, I'm thinking...
sadistic woman in prison.
Probably a sadistic
Yeah,
person,
like
right?
with Linda Blair.
Okay. Oh, great movies, huh? Yeah.
Okay, guys. No,
It looks like you got a little trouble there, hon. You're not innocent.
Why do you say I'm not innocent?
Because I'm psychic and I know.
Okay, I trust you. Anyway.
You don't lie to me. Don't ever try me, man.
No, wait a minute. No, wait a second,
she's
man.
Guilty. I feel that she's guilty.
Okay. So what do you see? What do you feel the outcome is going to be?
Guilty.
Now, who's laughing?
I'm just listening.
Okay.
You're going to get some time.
But is it going to be in jail, or am I going to be...
Well, it certainly isn't going to be at Disney World.
What about the hubby and his problems?
Compared to her problems, it's not very important. Yeah, right.
I want to say probation, and he probably he won't be able to enjoy that kind of plant for a while.
Oh, okay. I got you, Neon. I got you.
And
no, baby, I got you.
From the donkey shows in Tijuana to exposing the steamy underbelly of South Florida, we cover it all. The Love Doctors. 92.7 ZZR.
Okay, we couldn't do a Worst Of CD without a sports segment. Dr. Glenn wanted to talk about racing, and Dr. Rich wanted to talk about baseball. So we compromised. Here's the baseball segment.
Oh, so the racing segment's next, right?
No.
We're on the line. I've been told we have Tom Glavine of the Atlanta Braves. Good afternoon, Tom. How you doing?
Good, gentlemen. How are you?
Well, we're doing all right.
What's the topic of the day?
Well, we're just kind of wandering around. We understand. Now, this is the weird part about this whole thing, this whole interview here. Tom heard the show and actually volunteered to come on the air.
Figure that one
We've
out.
never had anybody volunteer to come on here. Now, what's this all about?
I'm just a nice guy.
Is that it?
Yeah, see, I enjoy your guys' show so much that I figured I wanted to get on with you guys.
That is amazing. That is truly amazing. All right, now we had some callers earlier. People have some questions for you, Tom.
Okay, they weren't hard ones, were they?
Well, Some of them are a tad weird, but as you might expect, this is not going to be your basic sports call-in show.
That's okay.
Like that.
I'm tired of basic questions this spring.
I would imagine you are. Okay. What kind of car do you drive, Tom?
I have a Mercedes 400, and I have a Mitsubishi 3000.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah, I like the Mitsubishi. Yeah, now
That's a fun car to drive.
you have the manly man manual transmission in that. You don't have the wussy automatic.
No, I have the manual turbo. So.
That's
Okay.
good.
Well,
glad to hear that.
We would expect nothing less from you.
Absolutely.
Right. Now, somebody wanted to know, what does Dion drive? And I said something expensive. Am I right?
Usually a limo. Or
It depends on what day of the week it is with Dion. He's got about 6 or 7 of them, so they're hard to keep up with.
Okay, so he's not driving a Hyundai.
No Hyundai.
Well, I'm surprised. Okay, somebody called wanting to know, and I'm curious about this too. I am a huge Otis Nixon fan. I mean, an exciting player. He makes things happen. You can see the fear in the opposing catcher's eye when Otis is on first base. But what I want to know is that a camera thing, or is he really as ugly as he looks on television? I mean, is it just like a bad camera angle?
You're putting him on the spot now,
Well,
Doc.
He's an honest guy. Tom's,
Otis, as nice a guy as Otis is.
Right.
He has been called Skeletor once or twice.
Okay, he is. Okay, because every once in a while somebody on television just, it just doesn't look right. And, okay.
Television probably doesn't help him out any, but he's not the best looking guy in the league, put it that way.
Okay, speaking of television, I have a couple of quick questions. I'm a huge Atlanta Braves fan. I'll make no bones about it.
As well you should be.
That's right. My wife, my wife, who never before was a baseball fan, the last couple of years, man, now she knows stuff. She knows when it's time to hit and run. She knows when to throw it down and away. She's outstanding. And we're huge Skip Carey fans.
Are you?
Yeah. Is he a jerk or what? Is he really a smart ass, or am I wrong on this?
No, Skip's a pretty good guy.
Okay, now another one of the questions our listeners asked us, Mr. Glavine.
Yeah, we call anybody with a Cy Young Award Mr.
Mr.? Okay,
Yeah.
I like that.
Who is the toughest hitter you think to strike out?
Gosh, toughest hitter to strike out? No question. That's Tony Gwynn.
Yeah,
Tony Gwynn.
I would bet, yeah.
All right, now let's embarrass somebody. Who's the easiest to strike out?
Easiest to strike out?
And hope you don't have to face him.
Well, see, no, there aren't too many guys that are easy for me because I'm not a strikeout pitcher.
Well, that's right. That's true. Yeah. He doesn't want to.
No, you don't have to say.
You know what? I have to think about it.
Okay, all right.
He's probably
I just don't
pitching
get a whole
against
lot
him
of
today.
strikeouts. So
Okay.
none of them are easy for me.
Okay, well, here's another question he doesn't want to answer. I mean, let's get all of them that he doesn't want to answer. Okay, who would you really like to stick it in his ear?
Really like to stick it in his ear.
Yeah, I mean, there must be somebody,
You guys are really putting me on the spot.
we don't expect an answer.
Does Pete Rose ask these kind of questions on his show?
No.
Okay, by the way, happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Yesterday was Tom's birthday, and we had a cake. We've got a cake here for you. But
Do you?
Yeah, you shined us.
You had pizza coming up. You should see the stuff that's sitting here for you.
We got food, balloons. All the women in the office are just crazy about you coming in.
Well, I'll do my best to get back up there before we get out of here.
Yeah, sure he will.
I promise.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just happy talk.
He's just being polite.
Sure, I know. We've been shined before, and we'll be shined again. That's all right. Anything else you want to ask him?
The next time you want to come up and they tell you no, tell Cox where your priorities are.
I will. I was thinking about when he told us yesterday that we had to start staying for the games, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to come up there. I thought about marching in there.
But Bob, the love doctors.
Yeah, love doctors are expecting me, but I don't know if he was.
And he went, who?
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to say that.
Hey, you don't have to soft pedal it around here, All right, hey, listen, congratulations on a terrific career. You've been outstanding and an inspiration to a lot of people. And
a good guest, too.
And absolutely a terrific guest. And
Thank you.
The best of luck to you in '93 and to the rest of the Braves.
Yes,
all
sir.
right?
Well, thank you. And if you guys haven't moved on to bigger and better things next year, I'd love to come on with you again.
No, believe me, we'll still be working on the same
because just like the Pirates this year, sir, we're going nowhere.
Well, you never know. You guys keep talking about winning that lottery, so you never know.
All right, thank you, and good luck to you.
All right, thanks.
All right.
The Love Doctors. Remember where you heard it. 92.7 ZZR.
Dr. Rich always says there's at least a little bit of truth to everything you hear on the Love Doctors. And if you get the show, you can find it.
I used to play that back when I was at K.O.T.X. back in Texas. Huh?
Well, I never said
Wait a minute, Rick.
What?
K.O.T.X. You were on the air at the big K.O.T.X.
Yeah.
That was the name of the station's call letters.
Yeah,
K.O.T.X.
I don't want to talk about it. That, by the way, was not one of my shining moments there working at K.O.T.X.
Mm-hmm.
No, we were not real proud of that radio station.
K.O.T.X., huh?
Yeah, we were really pretty ashamed of it. It never made money.
A lot of free plugs on the air there, huh? A lot of free plugs there, huh?
Yeah, we had some plugs. And
so to speak.
We just couldn't turn a profit. We were just always in the red. Okay, now. What? Well, not all radio.
That was nasty.
Not all radio stations make money now, and that one just.
Oh, now you're wondering why he always says smell his finger.
I'm going home. Okay.
So when you worked at K.O.T.X., K.O.T.X. Radio, were you a full-timer or a part-timer?
Full-time.
So you were like a first stringer then? Not the part-timers would be the second stringers then, right? Is that correct? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now when you applied there, I take it wasn't hard to get a job there. Is that right? It wasn't hard to get a job there?
No.
So you could say it was like an easy applicator?
Oh, man.
We had great liners. Well, I guess, Lunch hour. Hello.
Hey, Dr. Rich. Yeah, I was wondering, when you were at K.O.T.X., did you used to rag on people there?
I wish I could tell you the call letters of our little AM station there, but...
Your sister station?
But that's out of the question.
Oh, really? No, we can't do that.
That little AM sister station to KOTZ out in Texas?
You mean K.O.T.X.?
Oh, KOTX. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there
K.O.T.X.
was an AM out there that I can't go into right now.
Yeah, well, they were known as the Beaver.
Is that right?
That was their nickname, their Beaver. And you know what? Their call letters were K-U-N.
Hi, lunch hour.
Good morning, love doctor.
I didn't.
Was he right?
Lunch hour.
Hey, love God.
Hey,
Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Rich. Why do you feel the need to degrade women for your humor?
I beg your pardon. Now, what did I do?
Well, I heard Stan's phone call.
Well, yeah. What about it?
And I know you two.
Now,
you hash this out.
Now, wait a minute. No, we did not. No,
come on.
No.
I know. I'm positive.
No, we did not. No.
Well, okay. K.O.T.X. was bad enough.
Well, now.
And then it was cum.
No, it was K-U-M-M.
But I can't even. I cannot even let it pass through my lips.
Okay, good.
What it was that Stan was insinuating.
Okay.
And that really is.
Well, I'm glad I cut him off.
That
no.
is. Women.
Right, like you're going to let him go with that.
Yeah.
You don't have the B-A-L-L to do that.
Hi, ZZR's Lunch Hour. What is on your mind?
Hi, doctors. It's me, Stan, again. T, Cheryl, T, the letter T. K.
Hi, Lunch Hour.
I just want to talk to
Now, more absorbent with a new, easier-to-use applicator. 92.7 ZZR.
On Wednesday, August 11th, 1993, fellow employee Michael Lee left ZZR. And for the first and only time, he seemed to show just an ever-so-slight tinge of personality.
Okay, Mike, anything you want to get off your chest here? I mean, this is like, when you leave...
This is it, man.
No, that's right. When you leave a major company, they have like what they call exit interviews. Where they get your feedback, they get your, what you really think of what's been going on. This is your chance to really tell the truth. So if there's anything at all whatsoever.
Oh, yeah, I guess I have one final thing to say.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Dr. Glenn, lick me.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out, Mike, all right?
All right, Michael Lee, have a terrific time in Connecticut. And,
good luck, man.
I'll call you occasionally.
Keep in touch.
Like spanking the monkey. It's the same old thing after a while. The Love Doctors. 92.7 ZZR.
Sometimes the Love Doctor's lunch hour is answers. Sometimes it's questions. Damned personal ones at that.
All right, now, sir, let me ask you a question. If you were gay, who would you want to sleep with?
Oh, hands down. Montel Williams.
What is it, that bald head, sir?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
If I were gay, I would like to sleep with Dr. Rich. Because he's got really nice spots.
Oh, God.
If you were gay, who would you go with?
I ask the questions here.
Let's try it.
Actually,
Yourself.
no, ask me again, TJ.
If you were gay, who would you go to bed with?
Rush Limbaugh. Is this a stupid topic?
Well, what gets me is all the guys are lining up to call us and tell us.
Exactly. As soon as we mentioned it, all the lines light up. Okay, sir, if you were gay...
I could have two, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Martina Navratilova and Katie Lang.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go right ahead.
If you were gay, who would you want to sleep with?
If I were gay, who would I want to sleep with?
That's the question.
I don't know. It's a tough question. My brain power isn't that strong.
Does your radio have other stations on it besides ours?
Yeah, it does.
Try them. ZZR's Lunch Hour.
Oh, you're not going to ask me that. What? Go ahead.
Who would you want to sleep with?
Ernest Borgnine.
Now, there's a sexy man if there ever was one. Well, you really started something.
I'm
with
really
this one.
sorry I brought it up. Hi, Lunch Hour.
I love Doctor.
Yes.
If I was gay, I'd do Little Richard.
Well, you wouldn't be the first.
Interesting choice.
Hi, ZZR's Quickies.
Yeah, if I was gay, I'd want to do Don Knotts. Because he reminds me of Mick Jagger.
They do look a little alike now that they're older.
Today,
Hey.
if I was gay,
Yeah.
JJ from Good Times.
Don't touch that dial. There's something warm and sticky on it. 92.7 ZZR.
Dr. Rich doesn't like to interview just anybody, but he does like to interview has-been TV stars, like Danny Bonaducci from the Partridge Family.
Let's go to the Phoenix thing.
All right, the Phoenix one's a good one.
Okay, now this was something about beating up a transvestite, Danny.
Yeah, well, that wasn't something about it. That was it.
Yeah, that's pretty original.
Now, we had a call earlier. A guy had an interesting question. All right. This person wanted to know, at what point did you find out this was a transvestite?
Well, when I realized my date was better hung than I was, it was actually a pretty good indication.
Oh, man.
Okay, now, Danny, did you ever do Shirley Jones?
No, we were all too busy doing Susan.
Okay. Well, that was my next question, of course.
And she was a big childhood fantasy of all of ours, I'm sure.
I'm sure you could have had her. It apparently wasn't that difficult.
Well, actually, I don't want to brag, but there was. Well, never mind. Let's not go into that.
Now, going back in time, Danny, I got a question, Doc. When I was young, coming home on Friday nights and getting set up in front of the TV with a Coke and some candy and to watch the Partridge Family was like a big tradition. And being a young budding drummer at the time,
you were doing Coke and watching the Partridge Family.
Coca-Cola.
Oh,
crying
Well, I was going to say, because
I got
the whole
confused.
Partridge Family was pretty much along with you.
So being a
You don't
young...
think 5 straight people picked out those outfits, do you?
Let me ask you this. You've had a lot of experiences, and I've been asking this of all of our callers the last week. Have you ever done a midget?
Oh, my God, honey. You're not going to believe the question he just asked. Come here. I want you to share in this phone call. This is my wife, Gretchen.
Oh, put her on the air.
Say hi to these guys. Ask my wife about this. I won't even tell her. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
Hi, Gretchen. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing today?
We're the Love Doctors in Florida, and we have a question. We asked Danny, and apparently it's a significant question. Has he ever done a midget?
Oh, my God. Yeah, well, the answer, I'm going to let you answer that. I can't.
Can you believe that you're the first guy to ask me, and the answer is yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
In a park on a swing set.
Well, now that reminds me of the old joke.
I got to tell you, it was so cool at first,
Yeah.
right? Because I thought, when I saw her in the club, that was the first thing that crossed my mind. Wouldn't that be fun to have sex? Actually, she was a dwarf.
Yeah.
Does that still count?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the first thing I saw when I saw her was that would not be the coolest thing in the whole world to have sex with a dwarf.
Yeah.
So anyway, it happens. It looks like we're going to do it, and we don't know where because I had a Ferrari at the time. This is when I had money.
Yeah.
So there's just no way, even with a dwarf, you can't do it in a Ferrari.
No.
So we're driving around, we find this park, and so I put her in the swing.
Uh-huh.
And it was really neat until, the whole idea of doing it was really neat. But then when we actually got to doing it, all the things that made her a dwarf started really standing out.
Okay.
Like her fingers without joints.
Yeah.
Just those stubby little things with no joints in them. And she was making these horrible little eking noises.
Okay, now
it was horrible.
All right, well, the question I want to ask you is, did you use her head for a drink tray?
Oh, you're a pig! I tell this completely horrible story, and he grosses me out. You're the first person. I've never told the dwarf story to anybody but my wife.
Okay, thank you. Now let me ask you a question again. Have you ever done Siamese twins?
No, never.
Okay.
Ask me if I ever did Siamese twins. No,
But you've thought about it, haven't you,
I
Danny?
most certainly would.
Okay, and what?
I mean, you could do one while the other one drove.
And one of them was, and one of them was Spanish and the other one was Oriental, right? I know.
Now, I've kind of paid for that situation before.
2.7 CZR. We eat the mustard.
On rare occasions, the Love Doctors can bring a tear to your eye as they open up and bare their tragic personal lives.
You guys ready for Christmas or what?
Well, I'm not.
I'm about 3/4 done with my shopping already.
Christmas is a difficult time for me. I'd rather not go into it.
What happened to you as a young boy at Christmas that has put you into this Ebenezer Scrooge-like mood? You're
Dr.
always,
Rich, tell him it's inflation. That's what it is.
you're always a real old goat around the holidays. What is it that makes you feel this way?
It's rather personal, and I don't want to go into it.
I would really like to hear. Maybe it would be therapeutic if you opened yourself up and let it out, Doc, and talk to the listeners and got it, the burden you've been bearing all these years on your shoulders. If you let it out.
If I thought I could,
I think you need to see a psychiatrist.
if I thought I could trust you guys, if I thought that you wouldn't laugh, I probably would tell you.
Well, you know me. I'm caring.
Go ahead.
I'm sensitive.
Well,
go ahead.
And I'm not going to laugh.
You swear?
I swear. I would not laugh. I mean, you know me, Doc.
I
I'm
swear.
a caring man. I would never think of laughing.
A lot of people don't know it, but I was raised on a farm in Central Florida, and we raised pigs.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's okay, Doc. You can talk to us.
You can go ahead, Doc.
My baby brother was eaten by the pigs on Christmas Day.
I am not laughing. That is the absolutely
little.
Beaten
that
by
is
the pigs,
absolutely the saddest thing I ever heard. That's like something out of that magazine.
Little Joey.
I'm not laughing anymore.
Little Joey sitting on the fence, and he kind of
and the pigs.
He fell into the slop we were feeding.
Right.
We were slopping the hogs, and
So did you have ham for Christmas that year? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be laughing at this. I don't mean to be laughing. I am sorry. All right.
Answer the question, Doug. Did you have him that year?
You cold, heartless bastards! I hope you all rot in hell.
Did you have bacon this morning for
It's
breakfast?
It's the last time I'm going to bare my soul on this damn show.
Hey, Terrence is eating a bag of pork rinds if you'd like some. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm, he had a pig. E-I-E-I-O. With an oink oink here.
Dr. Glenn owes you an apology, Dr. Rich.
Yes, he does.
And in closing, Dr. Rich, I want you to know that I think the stupid damn pigs ate the wrong kid. Gotcha, Dr. Rich.
Real without eggnog is a great festive traditional drink.
It's not. It's swill. I wouldn't feed that to a cow.
Now, how
What about a pig?
No.
What about a pig, Doc?
Now look, you know.
And they've got the special Dr. Rich lunch deal going on today. Pigs in a blanket. You know, your story touched me so much, I think I'm going to buy stock in Oscar Mayer.
No way.
Are you done yet?
For now. Hey, I got a joke for you, Doc.
Yeah?
What's green and smells like pork?
Hey, I have some Christmas gift predictions.
Yeah?
Really?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, you know, Santa lives at the North Pole, and so anyway, I was speaking to him telepathically. Telepathic? Can I say that in the air?
Telepathically.
You didn't say it very well.
Wait a minute, Leon. You're the expert in this stuff, not us.
Go ahead.
Well, he told me that, Glenn, you were going to get a bumper sticker that says, "Friends don't let friends vote Republican."
That's right.
How about, did your telepathic insights say that Dr. Rich was going to get a piggy bank for Christmas?
Yes, as a matter of fact, oh my God, that's what I got written down here. Oh, God, this is spooky.
Hi, lunch hour.
This little piggy went to market.
Hello.
This little piggy went home.
Here we go again.
Hey, speaking about the Beatles, why don't you play the song Piggies off the White Album?
Thank you, sir.
Later.
Oh, God.
Hey, listen, I also have a prediction on the Heisman.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you who it definitely will not be.
Who?
Dr. Rich's little brother, Joey.
On what now? On what?
The Heisman
The
Trophy.
prediction on the Heisman. CRB Broadcasting loves this whole thing so much that they just informed us that we're all getting canned hams as Christmas bonuses this year.
Yeah, I'd just like to critique today's show.
Yes,
Go ahead,
sir.
Here's how I really feel, Dr. Rich. I mean, I know you a little bit now, and I've said some things in jest, but I want to tell you what I really feel, and I hope you're not offended.
Uh-huh.
But Dr. Rich, you're a balding, booger-eating, fart-sniffing, limp-wristed, wimped-out, self-centered, egotistical, no-brained eunuch, and might I add, a subhuman anal retentive douchebag. And your little sister Sally Ann gave you what for? You can keep your damn tickets to the Boxcar Willie Pointer Sister concert. Merry Christmas, ass. Can I have a T-shirt?
No. Oh, man. Oh, man. You know, Stan's my favorite caller.
Oh, by the way, Rich, was it true what Glenn told me yesterday?
What's that?
That pig smell just like little Joey?
I didn't tell him that, but it's pretty good.
They're turning on me like rabid jackals.
Well, how does it feel, pal?
All right.
It still is. So,
All right.
the story is so far-fetched,
All
Doc.
right,
What happened to Sally?
All right, let's get to it. This is the last time I'm going to discuss Sally Ann. It was the Christmas after the demise of Joey on a small farm in Central Florida. Not only did we raise pigs,
right,
but we raised chickens. We had 1,000 chickens. Used them for eggs. We sold the eggs and so forth. And that Christmas morn, many years ago, little Sally Ann wanted to go with me to collect the eggs. I took her out to the hen house. And I had forgotten the bowl. I usually took a bowl out there to collect the eggs, and I went back in to get the eggs, and I came back, and Sally Ann had been pecked to death.
Dale.
You're not serious about this, are you?
I'm all rolling up inside, Rich.
Are you serious about this?
She was.
That is so sad.
She was pecked to death. You bastard.
I guess you could say she was henpecked, huh?
Birds of a feather.
Oh, I guess the coroner's report read, young girl met with foul play.
In all seriousness, guys, everybody should know.
You know, Doc, I was so mesmerized by that story that you could have knocked me over with a feather.
Kick it. In all seriousness, guys, everyone should know.
Now, was she regular skin or extra crispy? Oh man, what a what a tragic story. Now, is that a true story?
Absolutely.
Or were you just winging it?
You heartless son of a bitch. I cannot believe that you're going to do that.
No, that's not a real story. It's just a yoke.
Listen, guys, in all seriousness, I think that everyone out there should know that Dr. Rich is God.
Well, you're right about
Bob,
You tell a hell of a story, Rich.
Don't slander the Lord's name like that. I find that distasteful.
It's a true story and a sad story.
You
and
know,
it's something I have to deal with every Christmas.
I guess that you could say that the police report read death by 1,000 peckers.
Why did chicken cross the road?
If you don't like us, maybe your little sister will.
Oh, real funny. Real funny, Terrence.
Well, gentlemen, this is Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
You've got our full support in these days and times of remembering the grief of your family, and don't let Glenn and Terrence and them get on you about it, because every time you've been telling a story, you always end up with egg on your face. I just had to slip one in.
92.7 ZZR. You know, sometimes I think we'd be better off dead. No, wait a minute. Not us. You.
Dr. Rich's favorite lunch hours have no topics. They also don't have any cohesion. No unity, no direction, and definitely no show prep.
Do what now?
Not only did Dr. Rich play Aretha Franklin, but he did Aretha Franklin.
Well, now,
from what you've hinted to us.
I haven't hinted that.
Off the air, you hinted.
See, I didn't hint that. You just, I'm not going to talk about it.
No.
It's a personal thing. You know, I'm not going to bear my personal life here.
No, don't talk to me about hinting it. See, this is where you're so two-faced. On the air, you say to everyone that I'm starting up this rumor and innuendo, and yesterday during the commercials, you were making that little sign with your finger,
now,
what?
And
the fist thing, right? We're talking about Aretha. You were going, yeah, buddy, Aretha, yeah, and you made the little donut with in the other, right? And then you're making that motion with your hand, and you're going, yeah, Aretha, that's right. And then you get on the air and you accuse me of gossip, rumor, and innuendo after you were making those hand gestures off the air yesterday.
I can't believe that.
You have told some incredible stories.
Oh, and so have you.
Doc. Well, I can tell you the rest of the rumor.
What? Yeah, that's what I want to know. What is the rumor? All right?
Well, the rest of the rumor was there was a little boy.
Right. Really?
Very bright. And at 2 months, he looked up out of the crib. 2 months old. Just imagine this. And said, "Mother." And I said, "Aretha." He said half a word.
top 7 reasons why Dr. Rich needs a vacation are. Number 7, the Pope has asked him to do Mass together at the Vatican.
Oh, yeah. Like that's going to happen.
Hey, who's the guy with Dr. Rich?
That guy with the big hat. Oh, yeah.
Lunch hour.
Vic will bounce back. How the hell can you say that? Bounce back. It's one of the most stupidest things I ever heard. You guys are the most ridiculous pollutant life forms to hit the airways. By the way, if Robin Givens married Mr. Potato Head, would she then be Robin Givens Head?
Hi, it's EZR's Lunch Hour. What's on your mind?
Good afternoon, doctors. How y'all today?
Hey, Gus.
Hey, I was talking with Denny James last night, and I got a little interesting insight to the working girls in Times Square. Something he told me. I never knew this, but if you can get a shot off under the 24-second clock, it's free.
Now, would that be a hooker joke or a basketball joke? I just want to know. Okay.
We're cross-training here.
How are you guys doing today?
Okay.
The guy with the roaches, he ought to have his house tinted.
Tented.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't think I'd want him crawling all over me at night.
I wouldn't want to crawl over you at night either. What is the biggest lie you told a woman to get her to go to bed with you?
Okay.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of those told passed down through the ages,
See,
I'm sure.
I never lied about that.
Oh, what was it? Your animal magnetism that just did the trick for you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much. Never had to lie. Well, except for that one part about being the international race car driver. I don't want to do it. And the fact that I fly my own SST.
Did you ever use the astronaut one?
Well, a couple of times.
Yeah, baby, I walked on the moon.
I never said my chiropractor fixed my compact disc. Not only am I feeling sound again, it's a lot easier to get into small places. I don't suffer from short-term memory loss. I had a flat on my car. Having compassion and understanding, I let the tire be its own person. I decided not trying to change it. I don't suffer from short-term memory loss.
I need to ask a favor, and Dr. Glenn, if you could please do this for me.
Oh, you got a lot of nerve. Slams me, then ask for a favor.
What time is it?
What time is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not giving into this one.
No, go ahead and puke out the time for the guy. The guy really likes it the way you do that.
It's just about 11:55, sir.
And the temperature?
Well, I don't know. I can't see the thermometer from where I'm at right now. So.
Okay, just the call letters. Please. I've been feeling ill, and the only way I can puke is when I hear somebody else puking.
Come on, puke out the call letters.
What are the call letters, please?
Come on, you can do it.
No, let him suffer.
Well, as I said before, Glenn is nothing on the show. He still obviously has not produced anything because the listeners are still calling and putting him down.
Right.
So he still hasn't done anything to prove himself to the listeners that he's actually worthy. It's really, as a matter of fact, it's starting to bother me.
Boy, you people are really fine, understanding, and accepting people, you know?
You're the one finding fault with the listeners.
Yeah, because they're always trashing me all the time.
Well, you know.
Well, if you didn't give us so many reasons to trash you,
No, ma'am, I'll
try a little harder.
I'll tell you exactly,
You don't get paid that much, but you get paid enough to try a little. You know, minimum wage is
A little effort is all we ask, right?
That's right.
That's right.
You know, everybody, even the people up at Checkers got to do it, you know? They got to flip the burger. Come on, flip over, Glenn. There's got to be a better side to you.
Ma'am. Hey, ma'am, get a clue.
The woman sits in at home and cooks the food and everything else. And milk the man. I mean, I believe in that. You know, if a man can go out and have an affair, sure, so can a woman. I mean, hey, we're all doing it every day. We might as well admit it. But, Glenn, you sit back and you just go, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. You know, normally the people that talk about it are the people that are out doing it.
You know, now see, that's where you're wrong, because you know absolutely nothing about me, ma'am. Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
And see, that's the thing. No matter how hard you guys try, no matter how much you trash me, you make my will, my resolve, my determination to stay here and piss you all off even more. So see, you can't win. You'll never be rid of me. You will never get rid of me. I will irritate you all to the day you rot in your coffin in the grave, all right? And ma'am, have a nice day, bitch.
Hello, One Doctors. Yes. This is John the Computer. Dr. Glenn lick me.
You have no respect when computers insult you.
Yeah. I recall a while back that you were trying to come up with a name for people who listen to your program. Is that correct?
Probably. We've had names before.
Yeah, I was disappointed. I had to leave town, and a friend of mine told me that you all decided on dickheads. And I was
No. That was Dockheads.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But you're close.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I said, wait a minute. This is a little low for me. Okay, he's steered me wrong in that. Okay, no problem.
Although in the case of many of our listeners, that's a fit.
Hey, Dr. Rich, I have a question for you. If you could trade your job and take the job of being the Pope, would you do it?
No.
You wouldn't want to be the Pope?
No, I think I would have to. First off, I think it's a requirement that I be Catholic. I am not Catholic. I think they would want the Pope to be Catholic.
That would help,
Isn't that part of the deal? I'm not too fond of that abstaining from sex
Well, besides
thing.
the religious part.
That could be a problem.
The only difference is
I don't think he dresses particularly in my style.
You don't look good in those clothes, though.
I like the armored car thing.
Yeah. Right. Paris is a lot more fun,
And I like doing a stadium tour. But
you don't like wearing the little beanie, huh?
No, I'm just not into that.
I look good in the beanie, though.
Unless it's got that Atlanta Brave insignia on it.
Though you would look rather smashing in that big white coat.
Hey, Rich, you could do the Pope's job, but he couldn't handle yours.
Okay, here we go, Joanne. You there?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock.
Like me.
I used to like her.
More fun than a tumble in a barbed wire bed. The Love Doctors. 92.7 CZR. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Y'all.